Hi all, tune in to Stockred Zoom for the latest updates. I need to fix my BPB 12x40 binoculars from 1969 once more. He unscrewed the binoculars a bit, just so you could see what's inside. In short, the binoculars were submerged. So he was not just submerged there for a few seconds underwater, he was actually in the water for a considerable amount of time. The owner unscrewed the binocular lenses, probably pouring out the water that was left there. Nonetheless, as you can observe, there is a nearly negligible amount of visibility that can be perceived through the eyepiece of the device. Somewhere on the edge, there is a small piece of light, but overall, here you can see it is also visible in this area. I genuinely cannot fathom or grasp the understanding of what is transpiring in this specific portion or segment. I am about to dismantle the binocular at this moment. You are unable to see anything clearly through it, unfortunately.
Generally, there is nothing visible. Absolutely nothing. I am genuinely curious about the events unfolding in this location.
Currently, the binoculars are in the process of being thoroughly cleaned and will soon be ready for reassembly. When water gets into the binoculars, for example, in binoculars with anti-glare caps, the worst scenario is when water gets between the cap and the prism. Then this metal begins to undergo oxidation, resulting in the formation of a deposit on the prism that is extremely challenging to clean. That's it. The binoculars are almost fully assembled again. This is how I adjust it. Everything was done using adjustment rings on the lenses. If there was some significant deformation of the body, adjustments would have to be made using prisms. Here, it is nearly impossible to move the prisms in this direction, so they had to be tilted, which implies that something had to be placed underneath them, either on one side or the other. It turned out quite well. Please note, I remind everyone that no matter how waterproof the binoculars are, it's best not to submerge or immerse them. In the event that water has already penetrated, make an effort to swiftly unscrew it, pour out the water, and thoroughly dry it as soon as possible to prevent further damage from occurring. You see, the owner unscrewed the binoculars himself, was trying to loosen something strong, unscrewing it, but forgot to loosen the lock screw, which is there, on this side and on that side. And here the carving was slightly damaged, but not severely. There are 2-3 turns. So don't forget that in most Soviet binoculars there are counter screws on the lenses. Always carefully inspect the binocular's body or watch any video, mine or someone else's, of disassembling binoculars, and there you will see where these screws are located. So, what can I tell you about the image? The picture is just slightly warm. I wouldn't say that the image, as they say, has a yellowish tint, just such pleasant, warm colors. The picture is very sharp, or quite sharp, with a high level of clarity and detail. And in general, I do not observe any bending of objects at the edges. That is, the dispersion as such is almost imperceptible, and from the very edge, you can slightly see spherical aberration, which is very insignificant. In general, there are no significant issues or problems encountered with the quality of the image. Thanks to all of you for watching the video. Please don't forget to support the channel, like the video, and we'll see you next time.